Good evening, everybody. My name is Crystal, and welcome to my YouTube channel. It's Sunday evening. I'm saying it's Sunday evening. What is the time? Yeah, it's 5 to 4. It's late afternoon, early evening. Good evening, everybody. Sunday's been really quiet for me. Very quiet. I live by myself. I've just me and my Chihuahua Max. One of my sons is in the USA. I've got two other sons and I've got a daughter. My mum is elderly. She's 78. She lives on her own, so I check up on her every now and again. So Sunday's been relatively quiet. Got this morning at 8 o'clock. Freezing cold here in the UK, absolutely freezing. And I don't know about anybody else, but I don't want to get out of bed in the morning because it's so cold and it's snuggly under the blanket. So I'm forced myself to get up, and I've got a dog, so I always take him out for a walk. So he went out for a walk this morning. Sometimes going out for a walk helps me feel better, helps me get fresh air, helps me see people, and it can make me feel good. And then another time I can go outside and it actually can make me feel worse. So this morning I actually felt worse. So I came home after feeling quite awful, came into my flat and I tried to cheer my own self up. I love to sing, so I sang a song, put it on to Star Maker, made myself a nice hot tea. I've laid off the coffee today. I actually forgot to get coffee in the shop this morning, and I do like a cup of coffee, but it's not done me too bad to go without my coffee. So I sang my songs and I keep practicing my French. So when I get pissed off, instead of you can either sulk and go to bed, or you can rage and rant. Both don't really get you anywhere. So I thought, fuck it. Let's take it out on the Duolingo. And I fucking flew through my French lessons. I got through it. And I tried the things that wind me up, I tried to stay away from. That means don't keep looking out the window and seeing what other people are doing. Just concentrate on what I'm doing. Cook myself some corned beef, mashed potato, sweet corn and rice, healthy meal. I treated myself to a Danish pastry this morning, and I'd had that with my cup of tea. Ate my dinner, made sure Max is okay, keep him warm, feed him. I haven't actually really had a phone conversation with my mum today. I was being nice, checking on my mum, and I don't need random things that upset me. You've got to stay away from toxic people. I take my mum's age into account, but it still, pisses me off when you're nice to people and they're toxic back to you. It's toxic, the conversation's going well, you're being nice to somebody and they randomly have to hurt you. And I just don't want that, didn't want that today. I've had enough of it, right? So I had a small delivery, and I mean small delivery. This is an Amazon parcel for me, Crystal, and it was put in my mailbox. Just a small pack of Cambrook sweet chili peanuts and cashews, baked in small batches for a big flavour. So I think somebody wants to get me to lose weight. Well, have you noticed they sell sweets and the packs are bigger. Packs are bigger, so you pay £1.20 for a bag of sweets, and it's twice the size of this bag of peanuts. So it is expensive to eat healthy. Peanuts and cashew nuts. So fibre, protein and salt. So protein is high. It's got a lot of fat in it, but it's a treat. So I've got some nuts from Amazon. Right, so I put them in my mailbox. My baubles for my tree haven't come, nor have my candy cane sticks, and everybody's putting their trees up, and my tree turned out to be really, really tiny. I could drag an old Christmas tree out of the cupboard, but I don't want to. So we'll see what is outside later on this month. So my little tree's up, my tiny little tree. It's a bit too early to put balloons up and things, so I'm going to do that later on because they'll all start like deflating. So around, I went out earlier before 2 o'clock, and I took Max out, walked straight out the front door, made myself down the stairs, through the front door, out of the building, and there's a couple that's got a chihuahua like mine, young couple, they're younger than me, I mean I'd say about late 30s, early 40s, and their dog is a female chihuahua, so I nearly walked slap bang into them. Walked past them and I walked onto the field, and somebody had left a empty box of jam tarts. My mum eats those, funnily enough. My mum gets, when she gets someone to get her food for her, she sometimes gets jam tarts. Empty box of jam tarts. I started laughing because I went into the co-op and I got some corned beef and some potato this morning, so I'm not starving. It's nice and warm as well, it was. Walked onto the field, let Max off for a bit, and there was this man with a black hat on, and from a distance I thought it was that bloke that I had that to do with, and it wasn't. And his dog like had a big shit in front of me. His dog was crouching for a shit. Walked past him, carried on walking, and there was plenty of people about this afternoon. Even if you don't talk to people, if you're like me and you suffer from depression and you feel miserable, just seeing people can like lift your spirits. So I just carried on walking. I tried to look at life in general, birds, hearing the seagull noises and looking at the nature and trying to find positivity in a very negative world it is at the moment. Very negative world that we live in at the moment, and just trying to get yourself out of negativity is very difficult. So I just came off the field and I started walking home, and I just ignoring external stimuli, because when you think of it, I'm not the only person down this street. I'm not the only person that walks past people's windows. So, they could be just saying it to themselves indoors. They could be just genuinely making these noises. So I'm trying not to fixate that it's all aimed at me. So I'm trying to not get, because you can, when you feel down and depressed, things can make you feel worse, and you can think that it's been aimed at you. And that is my problem. That is a lot of my problem, and I just need to just go outside and ignore it. That's why before I had trauma to my face, I used to wear earphones, and listen to music, and you know, going down the street happily, not hearing anything, you know. But unfortunately, I can't wear headphones, because it tightens in my face. I've got trauma to my ear, and I cannot wear them, because obviously people say to me, well, why don't you put earphones on? I can't. I've tried, and then I'm in agony for weeks afterwards, and it's just not worth it. So I came back indoors, opened my Amazon parcel, and I thought, right, let's get down and watch a couple of YouTube videos to cheer us up. Made sure Max was nice and warm and comfortable, because this weather is making him grumpy. He just wants to hide under the covers. He doesn't want to be picked up and cuddled. And anyone that knows the temperament of Chihuahuas, there sometimes, I mean, he's a male and he's not very cuddly. He's like obnoxious. Leave me alone. And that's what he's been like for a few days now. So with my cat used to snuggle up and cuddle me, and it's really upset me that I've lost my cat. Not only was my cat snuggly, he was also very warm. He kept me warm. Miss him a lot, but I can't let myself sink under, so we're just carrying on. I haven't answered phone calls from my mum. I've listened to one of them. And it was the usual. It's going to be a struggle, I think, this Christmas. Struggle to be like on my own. A struggle to heat up this flat. I remember one New Year's Eve, my electricity ran out. It depends how cold it gets, really. We'll see. But the heating has gone up considerably, and so is the price of food. So this evening I'm just going to try and relax, try and watch telly, I don't know what's on Netflix. Shall we just take a look? And I am remembering people that are worse off than myself. So I just wish I had the ability to be able to help them, you know, whether it's financially or whatever, but I don't. Right, so let's have a look at Netflix. Black and red colours, Netflix, isn't it? Black and red. Right, so what I do is see what films there are. I've watched Hot Frosty. What's the Lost Children? In May 2023, a plane crash in the Amazon left 4 children stranded. They survived an extraordinary 40 days in the rainforest. How did they do that? It's interesting. Meet Me Next Christmas. Christmas Chronicles. Elvis, Return of the King. The Fall and Rise of Elvis Presley. And Paddington is number 10. So, I mean, once I've got sorted out my electric and gas, we'll put the little electric log fire on and we'll listen to music, and that can be quite cosy, can't it? I refuse to get cross. I refuse to get downright miserable. So got to look after yourself when you're on your own, because nobody else will. And so many people let you down as well. They say they're going to do something and they don't do it. And you know you can trust yourself. sometimes having people can be a burden more than anything else. And you can have a partner that doesn't really care about you and never does anything to help you. So anyway, guys, I hope everybody has a great Sunday evening, and I'll see you all later.